What's going on, lads and lasses? Welcome back to 100% Marks, and we are back in Premier League action this weekend as Newcastle United take on Manchester City at St James's Park, and this is going to be a really tough game. We're going into this one in a bid to have a record of 6 successive home wins in all competitions, and of course looking at it during which we have conceded just a single goal. Eddie has overseen 6 home wins in a row just once since arriving at St James's Park, and that was of course between February and April of 2022. Looking at the team news going into it, we'll start with the Man City side of things, of course. First then go our lads. Looking at Man City, of course, Mateo Kovacic and of course Rodri or injury doubts. Rodri of course may return, but Mateo Kovacic, of course, remains out for Man City. Haaland is banging in the goals at the moment for Man City as well. He has scored 99 Premier League goals to date, including 14 in 11 games so far this season, and 3 more than the entire set of our lads have also managed this season. So he is 1 goal away from 100 Premier League goals, and I've got to say we need to keep him quiet. Luckily for us, however, he does seem to have, touch wood on this one of course, but he does seem to have a bit of a problem when he does play against us. He's only scored against us once before, and was right on the line in the first game he ever played against with, and he didn't really know much about it neither. Looking at the team news for us going into the game, Pope is expected to be available after observing a concussion protocol following his withdrawal from the Brentford game. An update is awaited on the condition as well of Anthony Gordon following his withdrawal from the England squad with a recurrence of his hip problem. And there's optimism that Tino Livramento could rejoin the squad following an injury as well. But Dan Burn will be suspended following his red card at Brentford, which is just absolutely beyond a joke. I don't think that was a red card, and I don't think he should have gotten it, to be honest. But looking at the referee going into it, we are going to have Sam Barrett. We have had this guy before on 2 occasions, and on both of them occasions we did pick up, of course, wins in the game. One against Brentford and one against, of course, Southampton. Both, of course, 3-1 wins as well. It is the first appointment of this season for Sam Barrett to our game, the Whistler from the Yorkshire area. And Pawson is going to be on VAR, so hopefully we don't have to see VAR involved in the game too much. But looking at, of course, the records of the past games in recent seasons that we've played against Man City at St James's Park, of course, last season seen we draw 1-1. With Gordon getting a penalty for us to, of course, get the game to 1-1. The season before that, for the 23-24 season, seen us lose 3-2 with Gordon and, of course, Isak on the score sheet. In the season, of course, as well, we played Man City in the League Cup, and we won 1-0 against them as well. The 22-23 season seen a 3-3 draw with Almiron, Wilson and Trippier getting on the score sheet. So looking at that, out the past 4 games we played against City at St James's Park, it has been 1 loss, 2 draws and 1 win. So it does bode well going into the game. Hopefully we can do something decent and get the points going. Of course, I'm hoping for it to come away from this one with a win, but like I said at the top of the video, it was, of course, a game that is going to be a very tough one for us to play. It is always the case when you play against Man City. Of course, Pep Guardiola knows his stuff, he knows what he's doing, but we do need to get the win, because right now, as it stands, we are currently 14th in the Premier League with 11 games played. We currently have 12 points, and if we win this one, we will get, of course, up to 15 points. That will take us to as high as 13th place in the league, going by the results, of course, So we do need to start getting the results on the board, because we do want to start getting up into them European places if we are, of course, to get Champions League football next season as well. And of course, Man City are second in the league, 22 points out of 11 games played. And they are battling, of course, Arsenal, who is sitting top of the league at the minute with 26 points out of 11 games played. And for some crazy reason, the Mackems have somehow found themselves into fourth place in the league. But like I've said in previous videos, I think that is going to change. They are going to start dropping down pretty soon. We are getting towards the AFCON period, and I think that is going to be a massive period that will, of course, cause the Mackems a lot of pain. But focusing just on our match, because we need to get the result, we need to do well, and I think we'll come away from this game against Man City, very tight game, and I'm going to go Newcastle to come away 2-1 winners against Manchester City. But I have this stinking feeling that it may be a little bit tighter than that, to be honest, and that it could possibly end up being a draw. But I hope we can pick up the win. But let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. Any Man City fans watching, let us know what you think as well down in the comments below. And, you know, who do you think will be the standout player in this game? Obvious choices, of course, would be the likes of Haaland. But I think, you know, Voltmade might have a good chance in this game. He's been banging in goals for Germany. He's been doing really well during the international break for Germany. So hopefully he can carry that over into this game against Man City, and we can see, you know, something magical happen, and we'll pick up a win, of course, in the game on Saturday. But till next time, hit that like, share, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, lads.